everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Charmaine, and today we are doing the book club reveal for the month of November. So we're going to tell you about the book that we're reading for the month of November. We are supposed to be doing the review this week, but we switched it up so that Taylor had more time to read the book. I also am not prepared to film my review yet because I still haven't picked out my actors that I want yet. So we both need a little bit more time to figure out what we're doing there and answer the questions and stuff. So on this book poll, we had there was 3 polls, and it was 12 suggestions. One of them I threw in there because we did have 11 suggestions. So I threw in The Happy Place by Emily Henry because I know that Taylor read that and she really liked it. So I threw it in there because I was like, well, we need 12. I don't want to have 11 because then one of the votes would be off balance, and I think something would win easier in that. But it did end up going really between 3 books. There would be one would be on top, and then the next day the next one would be on top, that kind of thing. So it was back and forth. So that was actually kind of neat because I didn't check it every day, but when I checked it, there was always one of those 3 was winning. So the 3 that were winning it was the something about baking. I should have looked it up. I'm sorry, I don't know what it was, but there was a book about baking, A Wizard's Guide to Baking. It was that. And then there was Odd Thomas, and then there was the one that we have here, and this is The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. That's the book that got, it won. So that's what we're reading for November. I did talk to Taylor about doing Odd Thomas for January, because that's been the most, suggested, requested, please read this book kind of thing that we've had in book club, and it keeps it gets really close to the top and then something comes and knocks it down. So I said to Taylor, since that one's been suggested the most, we should do that one for January, just because I feel everybody's suggesting it and they want to read it, so it would be a good one to read. And then for Christmas, I'm going to let you guys know, because in November when we do our suggestions, they are going to be Christmas, holiday, Diwali, that kind of themed. So if there's anything in there that you want to suggest for a holiday theme, it can be a romance. It can be, apparently there's Christmas thrillers. Somebody with, I'm friends with a whole bunch of people on Bookstagram, and one of them was I'm reading Krampus for Christmas, and I was is that a book? Because I thought that was a movie, but okay. And apparently it's a terrifying holiday scary book. So okay, I guess. So yeah, but if you have any Christmas ideas, holiday themed books that you're thinking of, make sure that you prepare those for November, and then when we do that suggestion video, you guys can add them into ours. And the vote for that one will be over on Taylor's community tab, just so you know. So I did mention the winner here is The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brianne Randall. This is what it looks like here. And then it has, this way. So it says, Sadie has always believed that the curse of 4 heartbreaks that accompanies her magic would be worth the price. But when her grandmother is diagnosed with cancer with only weeks to live, and her first heartbreak, Jake McNeely, returns to a town after a decade, her carefully structured lives begins to unravel. With the news of their grandmother's impending death, Sadie's estranged twin brother Seth returns to town, bringing with him a deeply buried family secrets that threaten to tear Sadie's world apart. Their grandmother has been the backbone of the family for generations, and with her death, Sadie isn't sure she'll have the strength to keep the family and her magic together. As feelings for Jake begin to rekindle, with her grandmother growing sicker by the day, Sadie faces the last of her heartbreaks and has to decide, is love more important than magic? So Taylor, I was talking to Taylor about it, and I was okay, so we'll have probably 3 romances in a row. And I was that's a lot for me because I'm not really a big fan of romances, but that's okay. Taylor said that this one's kind of about grief and romance, so it's not super romantic maybe. And the one that we just finished, The Secret Society of Irregular Witches, was pretty good. I did listen to it in audio. I kind of had a weird reading month this month because I did so good in September. I have not done good in October. I did good to myself, but my October TBR, I read none of those books. So, the only thing that I read out of those books that was in my October TBR was The Secret Society of Irregular Witches. That was the only book, and that's because I read it for book club. I did join a book club over on Instagram that's in my town, but we're doing it online. So I'm kind of excited for that. We're reading a book that I want to read that I just got. So I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, so this was the book that won. please go over and check out like Taylor's video. She's also gonna like talk about it. I'm gonna talk to her again because I filmed this. So I'm gonna re-mention to her that like in January we're gonna do Odd Thomas. We will still have a video though. It just won't be like a recommendations video. I'm thinking about maybe like we'll do like a book club questions or like questions for our channel or something like that. Something where we're still doing the collab together, but just like maybe it won't be like a book club suggestions video. You know what I mean? We'll figure something out. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Have you read The Secret Society of Irregular Witches? Because we will be doing the review on that next week. And then let me know what you think about the unfortunate side effects of heartbreak and magic. And tell me if you're excited to read that. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple minutes of your day with me today. Please subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the notification bell because I do post sporadically, as I like to sing now. Check out my description box for other content creators. I think that's it. I still haven't hung up my sign that says, like, tells me what to say when I say goodbye to you guys, and I don't film all the time now, so now I forget. Thank you guys so much for spending a couple minutes of your day with me today. I really, really appreciate that, and I really, really appreciate you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!